Infertility is often a silent struggle. Patients who are struggling to conceive experience feelings of depression, anxiety, isolation, and loss of control. It is estimated that 1 in 8 couples have trouble getting pregnant or sustaining a pregnancy. Despite the prevalence of infertility, the majority of infertile women do not share the story with family or friends, thus increasing their psychological vulnerability. Our correspondent Chidima Iyeka has more.
Statistics carried out globally states that 48.5 million couples experience infertility. This has led to the increasing rates of divorce, depression, and sometimes mental health disorders. In most patriarchal societies, women that cannot get pregnant in marriage are usually stigmatized and termed infertile.
Infertility is defined as a married couple staying together for about 18 months, having regular sexual intercourse at least 3 times in the week, and staying in the same house, and being unable to produce a child.
Infertility, simply put, is the inability of a couple to be able to achieve pregnancy after 1 year of unprotected sexual intercourse. And what this simply means is that the couple must be living together, they must be having regular unprotected sexual intercourse, which means that they are not using any form of family planning, and of course they must be desirous of pregnancy. And if after a year they are still unable to achieve any pregnancy, that is infertility. Infertility doesn't necessarily mean unproductivity, because some people are even able to achieve what we call chemical pregnancy, but at the end of the day, it does not result in the physical pregnancy. So there's a small difference between unproductivity and infertility.
According to healthcare providers, infertility does not include miscarriage or stillbirth. They are usually as a result of some health conditions such as fibroid infections and other related diseases.
You want to find out whether at one time or the other she had been pregnant before marrying to the other person. And if at any time he has had conception and had a termination of such a thing, that kind of thing can lead to a tuber problem. So you need to take a proper history. And then from the man too, you have to take a proper history, examine the man, look at his testicles, whether the testes are all atrophied, whether he has had some infections, chronic infections before that were poorly managed. So history and investigation will rest on what you discover in the history.
Of course, there are some couples that they've been able to even achieve pregnancy before, but they are now unable to achieve pregnancy. Such a couple, we may need to find out now what were the circumstances surrounding the previous pregnancy. Is it that there was an abortion? Was it unsafe? Those are some of the things we need to find out. And at the end of the day, they will now run a number of tests. There are some tests like X-rays. We call it hysterosalpingogram. Then there are some other hormonal tests that needs to be done. For the man, he will need to do some sperm tests and also some hormonal tests. At the end of the day, whatever is causing the problem, they will be able to pinpoint where the problem is, and then solutions can now be provided.
While most women are being stigmatized for being infertile, according to reports, anxiety and restlessness may also delay pregnancy. Therefore, it is advised for women to eat good food and fruits to boost their immune system so as to hasten the process.
If you are not yet married, my own advice is keep a healthy lifestyle, not necessarily going for tests. If you are married and you are not unable to achieve pregnancy, as far as I'm concerned, the person should just quickly and promptly seek medical attention. But if you are not yet married, there's really no anxiety, there's nothing to be under pressure to do. There's no point saying you want to check your sperm, you want to check your egg when you are not yet ready to have children.
This kind of taking agbo and all the rest to cure infections is not encouraged. For a woman too, you have to counsel them about premarital sexual intercourse, because some of these things can result in an unwanted pregnancy before they get married, and this can lead to a tubal blockage. So all of them, they should live in a Christian way. Don't move around until you are legally married.
It is important to undergo checkup from time to time so as to know the state of the body. The government can also assist in making healthcare cheaper to access in the rural areas. And also, individuals and social groups should also work together in removing the stigma of being unable to conceive on women, not only to hasten the process of conceiving, but to save their lives.